How's it going, boys, and welcome back to the Morghur the Shadowgave campaign. Last time, we destroyed Gizero Blackstone Post with Malagor and Morghur taking out Kembler's armies, making it easy enough to just mop up his faction. The only thing left to do is to destroy Fort Bergbres and to destroy Kark Ziflin, although Puib is probably going to be in a bit of a struggle, as this is quite a garrison that's a bit strong for his crappy army, although we're still going to give it a go. So I think we're going to just go straight into that. Let's level him up first. I think we should just give him the leadership right away, because all these Wargor raiders are going to need a little bit more leadership. Alright, so let's start us off then and do a nice quick cinematic battle. Well, it probably won't be quick because we're probably going to have to kite a lot of undead. So let's begin. It is time for Puib to strike and prove his worthiness as a war leader. Here he stands amidst his Wargor raiders, ready to show these undead exactly who is boss. So of course we have set up in a skirmish formation. We have rows of Wargor raiders, making sure that if the enemy reaches us, we're able to skirmish backwards and our backline still be shooting and then be able to move. We have two squads of Warherd here. They're going to be able to do flanking attacks, do a lot of damage that way. We also have some hidden Wargor spearmen and herd. They are all in stock. We have our Tuskor chariots over here ready to flank around as well and actually be able to use them to distract enemies to move them this way, keeping our units shooting for as long as possible. And of course our heavy hitters, the feral manticores, they are going to just be there to destroy anything that they need to, mostly single entities, so that vampire, the cryptars, and of course the black coach. Looking at the enemy army, they have their standard Graveguard and the two-handed version. The Crypt Horrors, we haven't actually seen them yet. They are just big, beefy versions of the Crypt Ghouls, I believe they're called. The infantry version. These guys had a bit of a munch and they got quite big. And of course they have the Black Coach over here. Black Coach is really good, actually. The only problem with it is it's kind of trash until you get some kills with it. Then it starts getting shitloads of buffs. Like, for example, more than 120 kills, and he has a ward of 50%. That's really, really strong. Let's get into the battle here and see how it goes. So, of course, we're just going to wait for them to come into our range. Once we start firing, we're going to try and focus on the flying units first, because they're the speediest. Of course, all their zombie units, well, I keep calling them zombies. They're not zombies, Graveguards units. And their skeleton warriors as well. They are quite slow, so we are going to be able to kite them around and skirmish as much as possible. I'm starting to start moving all these units around to face these fellbats and start firing on them. And of course these Wargor raiders in the front here are going to start firing on the Graveguard as well. They have the Black Coach in the background there, ready to try and flank us. And of course I have the chariot moving up. Around here it's also distracting a skeletal warrior unit. So all these bats over here are just going to get shot down out of the sky as quickly as possible. Of course, the Black Coach there. We're just going to ignore it for now. They're dropping a Spirit Leech, actually, onto a big infantry unit. They shouldn't have did that. Should have used it on Puib or the Manticores, but that is AI. Now the Graveguard are starting to get closer, so it's time to start moving units. This unit, however, has got caught out by fellbats, holding them in place and not allowing me to move them. This unit's going to move this way, this unit's moving this way, this way. You can see how I'm doing it, where I'm moving them all back, letting a blob kind of form up here. If I had magic, I could destroy this really easy. They've got a fellbat in here as well, destroying our core unit, but they're probably going to deal with that. And the Black Coaches, of course, just going around, charging everything, destroying our Wargors. I'm going to drop all the Manticores into this Crypt Ghoul unit, because they are the biggest threat with the regeneration, along with the Vampiress, but we will deal with her in time. I'm going to start proving all our Wargor herd coming down here. I was expecting them to go a bit wider, but they didn't. They came straight at us in a small formation, so they're going to come down and start surrounding this Graveguard unit. As you can see, everything is just running away once I'm far enough, taking a few shots, and so on. I got all the Wargor Raiders now focusing on this black coach, because I don't want it to get as many kills as it can, which it's getting a few, but the longer they stay fighting Wargor Raiders, the longer they are going to be able to destroy us. Of course, here comes the chariots into the back of the Graveguard, but they did brace for us because they aren't really in melee here. So it wasn't as good as a charge as I wanted, so I'm going to bring them out and recharge again. Look at this black coach. It's just cutting right through our men without a problem, but of course we have a bunch of Wargor Raiders. My micro is, of course, not that great, so we are getting caught some places. So I need to start moving people around and forgetting about people that have already broke. Especially them fell bats, and the black coach did break a lot of units. We have these Graveguard here completely surrounded, pretty much set up an ambush for them with the Wargors. And here comes the chariots once again. Not that much of a good charge, but it is what it is. All the Malagors are going to pull out now. The criticals are completely dead now. So I'm going to pull out, start using these guys to hold down enemies while our Wargors get into position to start shooting them. This one's going to hold here. They're going to shoot them in the back. Same here. Over here we actually seen Puib has used this big blob here, so I'm going to get the Wargor Raiders to fire into this, do as much damage as possible to all of them. We need to get rid of these fellbats, but they're starting to crumble. They go into this giant herd, and they are basically dead, killing themselves. These guys are moving. These guys are shooting, shooting, shooting. As you can see, as soon as they get close, moving back. This is how skirmish armies really work, except it's a lot better if you have an army that can fire and move, like a High Elf, a Lhornel army. It's really good. Now, Fort Bergbres here, we're going to start focus firing her. It's not going to do that much damage, because I've noticed these Wargor Raiders are extremely inaccurate, especially when they're moving. So I'm just going to turn around and focus them more on melee units. I'm going to pull all the Malagors out from here, because I actually wanted them to go for the Fort Bergbres, because I'm like, she's the only single entity left who's destroyed the black coach. The Tuskor chariots are cleaning up over here, and most of their infantry is dead. We have some Wargor Raiders just holding the line with the rest of ours shoot into the infantry. Malagors are now trying to find the Fort Bergbres. I actually couldn't find her because she's so small. So I sent an Wargor Spear Herd. They were able to find her, but she did break out of that quite quickly, and Puib just came back. She's coming for the chariots, actually, so I need to get them out as fast as possible. This unit's just, he's fucked. I tried to get him out, but yeah, I got him trapped in the corner. Moving all the Malagors to come deal with his Fort Bergbres. Once this Fort Bergbres gone, I do believe that all the leadership will drop, and we will easily win this battle. Look at this, another Graveguard unit completely surrounded. This is what you need to do as Beastmen. You need to separate the army out, get them into different divisions, and then surround an individual unit until it's gone. And once it's gone, we have enemy units coming for us. We're going to run away. We're going to set up again. We're going to set up here, here, and here, and attack this unit in the back and the side, do as much damage as possible, and destroy that leadership while we're at it. The Fort Bergbres here is just taking 3 Malagors. She thinks she can take it, but you can't take 3 Malagors. This is one Wargor Raider's like, fuck that shit, I'm out. She is crumbling at this point. Everyone's crumbling, and we have basically won this battle. And there she goes. She actually got... The Wargor Raider stole the kill. You little devious man. That Malagor is going to come over and eat you all. But yes, as you can see, we have won the battle. It is just crumbling left. Instead of the Malagors to make this go by a little faster. And this is what I was saying. Surround a single unit at a time. Let's go back to the campaign. Well, a Pyrrhic victory, but we won nonetheless. Puib was able to command all his forces around the battlefield quite effectively, destroy the slow zombie host, well, Graveguard host to be precise. Of course, the Critars were a bit of a problem, but once the Malagors got in there, same with the Black Ghost, we were able to get rid of them quite quickly. A lot of running around, but that is how the Beastmen need to be played. So let's continue. So Kark Ziflin, we don't need to raise our hearthstone here. We're just going to destroy it. So loot and raise, get the money. Good job, Puib. That should now open Maltfort up. Oh, I was thinking that might have given him the ritual, but we're going to have to go for Helmgart first. So I believe Puib go into Hidden Encampment. You're going to head towards Helmgard because we're going to declare war on the Humies quite soon. Although, I'm not sure who I want to do it with because I'm thinking one of these armies I'm going to use to destroy the Kemmler's faction here, the Barrow Legion. And then I'm going to send them over to destroy Bretonia, get rid of that faction as a whole as well. And then hopefully we will be able to reach Be'lakor and make a hopefully make a military alliance with him, and then that way we can get some demon units in some armies as well, which would be pretty decent for the Beastmen because, well, we are Chaos after all, and of course we get extra points for Castle Baston. So I think Morghur, I think you might have to be the one to do it, and Malagor, you're probably gonna have to go help Puib, because he definitely can't take this on his own. I don't even know if you can, because there's a steam tank in there actually, but I feel like you should be able to do it. So, you're gonna head this way to Puib. You're still in Hidden Encampment, you're quelling Aminosity. You quell yours too, beat the shit out of everyone, Puib. And Morghur, you are gonna head towards Fort Bergbres, but most likely Gizero is probably gonna get retaken again, which if that's the case, Malagor is going to destroy it. So, let's end the turn and continue on. Already a new turn. Once again, refugees of war. The gore herds have been killed and they come to our herd. Hoping for some shelter. You can join us. But you're probably going to get beaten for it. Malagor got revealed in the end turn. That doesn't really matter. Although, does that stop you from replenishing? Apparently not. I don't know. Let's see. Use Beast Pass. You can go all the way to Helmgard? I might actually do that and then attack with Puib. That might be a good idea. Let's start leveling everyone up right here. So, Puib, my friends. Your army is probably just gonna be Ungorsh. Until we get someone, because I'm thinking about getting Kazrak. Thorax is nice and all, but a Kazrak army of just Bestigorge and Gorge for like flanking and all. I like the idea of that. It feels very Beastman to me. So maybe let's just level up you like this, because you're probably going to lose this army to Kazrak at some point. Quite soon, because we only need 200 dread. Malagor, you're going to go help him, but I'm going to get Morghur first. Morghur's going to attack here first, attack Fort Bergbres. He's going to do this battle all by himself. And then Malagor can move over here just to make sure he's not intercepted on the way. So Morghur, let's level you up first. You are now level 20. Let's see, Freakish Mutations, that is what we want. I think for his army, it's Chaos Spawn monsters. And we want a few melee units like Bestigors to hold the line, while all these guys can flank and do that sort of stuff. So I do think maybe going into Fury of the Herd to get that melee defense for the Bestigors. So maybe do that, or maybe grab this, the extra campaign music for all armies. Sounds pretty decent. Let's go that. Lhornel. You have Arcane Conduit. Yeah, you're just gonna go through this and hopefully get this stuff next. That's it. Morghur, attack Theater. Theater's gonna run away, but hopefully he's still in range. Yes, he's still in range of Fort Bergbres, which means we can get a pretty big battle here, although him being a reinforcement is kind of a problem. But anyway, let us attack Fort Bergbres. Right, it's a Pyrrhic victory, it says, but I doubt it will be. It might be. There's a lot here. We haven't seen Spirit Hosts. I've never actually seen Spirit Hosts. What are these guys? Dead, yeah. They can heal themselves, yeah. Enfeeble attack, that's decent. That passive? Oh, that's a passive. That's very nice. I haven't seen those guys. Corpse Guard, of course, is going to give us that figure. Well, give them the figure mortis. This one is the buff, not the healing one, so it's not that bad. And of course, that one Terrorgeist that was annoying. So let's do another cinematic. And here we go. Okay, boys. I'm gonna have to drop a little disclaimer here. I have fought this battle 3 times in a row now, each time being over 15 minutes. Well, maybe less than that, but it crashes at the end of the battle for some reason, and I can't save the replay and I can't finish the battle. So I'm just gonna have to auto-resolve it, and I will show how the battle went. You can just see the full version. Probably the second time I fought it, because that's probably when it was the coolest. So let's just auto-resolve now. And we will loot and raise it. So yeah, I gotta drop in the battle footage now and have a voiceover of it. I'm also dropping a link in the description for anyone who wants to watch the battles that crashed, because we did do the battle 3 times. So you can check them out if you like. It's an unlisted video, so you need to just click that link in the description. The Battle of Fort Bergebres, the crash central of all battles. As you can see, we're setting up. We got all our big boys right in the middle. They're going to come up to the gate and just crash into it. We have a Chaos Giant over here that's going to break down the wall right in front of him. And then I'm going to send him in along with some of the Bestigors. I'm just going to have them right at the back here. Pretty much all this stuff at the back to make sure that they are not hit by the towers. I'm going to have a Manticore as well here. He is going to attack the enemy lords that are flying, get rid of them. And of course, this is pre-recorded because we did crash so much, as I've already mentioned, but yeah, it's a bit weird watching a battle instead of a replay where I can actually show things, but it is what it is. So Manticore is gonna move up. We're gonna go straight for that Manticore, the Vampire Lord that is surrounded by the Fellblats there. They of course have the magic tower level 4, so I'm trying to look at the distance of it to see if I should fight him outside, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna fight him. These Fellbats are gonna surround him. Oh, I'm gonna instantly dodge this fireball as well. The Fellbats are probably gonna come in and attack the vampire. So I do want that tower to do as much damage to them as possible. If you don't know, if you're surrounded by 2 units at a time, if you wait like maybe 2-3 seconds between each right click that you do, you can pretty much force your unit to target that specific unit. If you keep spamming it, it sometimes makes him freeze and not attack. So if you wait like 2 or 3 seconds before you click again, it will let him attack. His animation goes back to his idle pose, and then you attack again, and he keeps attacking that unit over and over again. It is the best way to destroy lords if you have a lord or a monster. Alrighty, so we're now going to destroy the Fellbats with them. And of course the big squad, the big group of units here. Some skeleton warriors, gonna drop a pit of shades right there. I see a nice big blob. I'm gonna abuse it, do as much damage as possible. Them 2 units are completely gone. We're gonna keep fighting on this gate. It's gonna be a while before they get through the gate, and I'm just gonna keep using Lhornel's magic, 1 spell, and he's already had 265 kills, so that's gonna just increase throughout this whole battle. The giant's gonna continue to attack that gate, and the Manticore is still fighting these Fellbats. Obviously, I wish I could get some cinematic shots, but it is what it is when it crashes. So I can't really reach him with a Mystifying Miasma here on the Fellbats because I want to get this Manticore out of combat quickly. Because the first time I did this battle, the Manticore actually died from Spirit Leeches, the Fellbats, and other things. So I'm going to get him over here, get the Mystifying Miasma on these Fellbats to get rid of them quite quickly. And then I'm going to use the Manticore to turn around and destroy like the corpse cart that's on the ground there. I think it's a corpse cart, not sure. It's a lord on corpse cart is what it is. And Laura's just gonna chill out as is. Our main tactic here is we're trying to get the Chaos Giant to break down that wall. He's then gonna move in with the summon of a Sigor to try and attract as many enemies as possible into the tunnel that is made from that wall breaking, and we're also going to use the Bestigors there to hold the enemy back, and then I can start casting lots of spells. As you can see, the Terrorgeist came down, and it's just, I kind of forgot about the Terrorgeist at this point, so he came down and is just chasing the Manticore, and he's just going to annihilate him, making the Manticore pretty much useless for the rest of the battle. Everyone else is still fighting that gate. They're taking a long time. I think it's because I didn't send Morghur in first. I think it's because I sent the Chaos Spawn in first. So they're obviously not doing as much single target damage as Morghur is. Our mat, of course, completely broken at this point. So yeah, that's probably why the gate is taking so long. But this wall is coming down real quick. Instead, I'm going to get these Bestigors up. I'm going to try and make a nice little funnel position. Get as many enemies in there as possible. I'm trying to decide where I want the giant right now. I'm probably just going to put him to the side. But you know, I lied. I'm putting them straight in there to try and get as many enemies coming over instantly. Lhornel's going to drop that Sigor summon in a second here. I'm deciding, should I put it over there or put it over here? I think 100% that I want it over here to make sure that funnel works. And the Beastman giant is just going to stand there, ready to go. As soon as the Sigor is summoned, the enemy realizes there's quite a threat there. So I'm going to make the Sigor take a nice little shot. The knights over there. And try and do as much damage to the big blob as we can. I'm trying to hit the unit in the back. Well, there it goes. And I basically missed. But it is what it is. He's probably going to go straight into melee boon now. Then I'm going to drop our army ability on him to try and do as much damage as possible with him before he disintegrates and dies from being a summon. The gate is still nowhere near being destroyed, of course. So, yep, there goes the army ability onto the Sigor. And our Beastmen giant are just going to chill. Gate's about halfway down there. The scores are coming up here. And as you see, I'm actually moving them to the side here because I thought the other tower wasn't used. I realized it was being used. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get shot by 2 towers. I might as well not. I'm going to put them on guard mode and then issue an attack. I thought it was if you issue an attack in guard mode, they move in and attack, and then they kind of just stand in that position. But it's actually, they move in and attack, and they return back. So, back from the position, like a few yards back. So, yeah, it's not the best. I just want to make sure that this tower's not hitting them. Only one guy's in the tower ring, so it should be fine. And you can see the tunnel, the tunnel that we have made has started to funnel some units in. We got some Crypt Ghouls, we got some Skeletal Warriors, and some Black Knights in there. I'm like, you know what? There's 3 units there. Let's drop a Pit of Shades and get rid of them. We have enough mana. There goes a Pit of Shades right there, and that's going to destroy it. Look at Lhornel's kills slowly going up here. And the Bestigors are just doing what they do. I tried to set them up in a way where they'd be like right in the tunnel, but Pathfinding says no. So they're just going to have to chill. Gate is still nearly down, but here comes the Terrorgeist. They're coming straight for the Bestigors. So I started trying to move them because I thought maybe he had a breath that he could drop, but he's going to jump straight in and drop a Shriek on us. We're going to drop melee defense, debuff on him, and a Mystifying Miasma. We need to get rid of this Terrorgeist as fast as possible. So they are just going to do as much damage as possible on him. Get rid of him. Here comes that Spirit Host unit. I wish we could get some close-ups of them. But of course, sadly, it crashed. I gotta keep complaining about it over and over again, but you know what it is. Lhornel's gonna come in and help, actually. And the reason for that is I actually want him to attack Lhornel, and that way the Beastman giant gets to attack him in his flank. Well, his rear, actually. And that way he gets a lot less melee defense, making the Beastman giant be able to do as much damage as possible in a short amount of time. Look at his HP just disappearing. He's getting destroyed. I'm like, okay, that's enough. Beastman giant, get in there. Of course, that pendulum as well did a lot of damage for its 677 kills. And of course, we got a lot of stuff coming in. I was like, let's drop a Pit of Shades. And then I'm like, let's wait for this extra unit to come in, and then we'll drop it. We might as well maximize the spell work that we have. And there it goes in there. This funnel is working really, really well. Destroying so many of them as possible. I think I'm gonna have to do this tactic again because this is really, really good. I never actually thought about using this before, but it works pretty well. I normally just go through the gate, honestly. I normally don't use Siege Giants or pretty much anything that has the wall breaker ability, so that one, the Chaos Giant's pretty decent. Drop another Sigor in there, just trying to soak up damage, while all our other units in the front or in the back there, our Bestigors, don't have to take as much damage. Put that on Malagor, another army ability. Just need him to do as much damage as possible. Gates are about to go down. One more hit, hopefully. And once that goes down, we're going to go straight into the Skeleton Spearmen. I see these knights to the side. I'm going to use Morghur's new weapon. The Stave of Ruinous Corruption. Drop a Chaos Spawn unit there. That's going to hold them knights back from us. They have the Hex Raves there as well. Another ethereal unit we haven't got a proper look at yet. So, hopefully, the next episode we won't crash as much and be able to actually see some cool stuff. Although, this is the last of Kemmler's settlements, so maybe not, actually. But it is what it is. There you go, Malagor is gone now. And I'm going to start moving the best force around because I feel like they've did exactly what they need to. They don't need to take any more damage. Our monsters are now in there. And they can deal with everything else. Morghur and all the gang is just blobbing up, making sure the enemy can't do lots of damage to a single unit and just spread it out to all the different units. That way we are saving on HP. Well, not even HP, on models. More models we have, more damage we do, of course. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Send the best wars in. Might as well. They've already did enough damage. We might as well use them again. And of course, Lhornel. I'm going to be using his spell work very, very soon again. You see, we've already hit the 10-minute mark for this battle. They say it crashes in a few minutes from now. So I did this 3 times, so it's a good half an hour wasted on just a single battle. But it was a decent enough battle. It was quite fun. But, yeah, Lhornel has got, what, 1,200 kills? Drop that there. Move these guys in to flank around the back. Go on, Lhornel. Let me go just try and push forward. I see that corpse guard there. The single entity is probably the best thing we do. Yeah, Lhornel keeps miscasting a lot. I can't remember if we picked something that increases our miscast chance, but on all 3 of these battles he miscasted maybe 4 or 5 times. So it's quite prevalent. I'm just going to send everything here into the crypt ghouls there. They're all just going to get demolished. And of course the corpse guard is getting destroyed by the giant blob of monsters. I'm like, okay, it's time. Morghur, you can tank the rest of this. He's going to get sent on his own to deal with the enemy reinforcements that came in from the top of the map. The Beast Giant's going to drop his roar. I think that gives charge bonus and some other stuff. I need to have a look at that actually. But yep, Morghur, head forward, deal with them Black Knights. Of course they have them level 4 magic tars there, but they don't really seem to do that much. I think it might be because we don't have a super infantry based army, but whatever. I'm gonna send all our cav here on the left flank. They're gonna go around and try and flank around the main force that's attacking Morghur right now. And then our Bestigors and our Chaos Giant, which honestly they are the true MVP of this whole battle. Well, and Lhornel with his like 1,500 kills from his spells, but it was only because of the Beastmen Giant and our Bestigors that he was able to do that. So something you also gotta remember when you're playing by yourself. One unit's really good if it has another unit making it good. So just think about that whenever you're playing yourself. Now we're going to send that flanking unit up. Bestigor's moving up as well. And of course the blob right there. Okay, gotta get Lhornel out of there before he takes a lot of damage. And our cav squad's coming in to hit the enemy in the back and deal with them. As you can see, we're basically won the battle at this point. Everything is crumbling. We've won. There's no problems whatsoever. Gonna get Morghur to go straight into these lords, and we get the freeze. This is the freeze we hate to see. And crash. Alrighty, with that battle over, Morghur is here now. And let's see, Malagor, you are gonna start moving. You're gonna move straight to Helmgart. And Puib, you are going to probably attack Helmgart now. But we probably don't have enough time for that. But let's declare the war. get you set up, ready to go. We're gonna get attacked by... Oh, sorry, I have hiccups now, great. We're gonna get attacked by every human faction, but does it really matter? No. We declare war. And I have a cat screaming up my door, so everything is just going great today. It's a Pyrrhic victory, but we're probably gonna fight that one, so that's just encircle for now. And then that's that. Morghur, you're all good. You're all good there. So we want to build anything on Morghur. Have you got the growth yet? You need one more turn. So let's save the money till then. And one more turn we get enough dread to get Malagor as well. So next time we will use Puib to fight Helmgard. And Malagor is going to assist him. Probably going to be Malagor's army doing most of the heavy lifting, as this is quite an elite army. Next time we're going to do the Helmgard battle and we will attack Castle Artois. Till next time, peace.